Okay, we'll start. Yes. What it will return? We can process the data for particular data, particular set of data. We can fetch that values record by record. We can do the transformations or anything on each and every record by using some conditions or some modifications. Or okay, here statements means you can use DML statements also, not only select or if or checking or doesn't matter. Okay, statement means it can be anything, DML or select statement or assignment operators, whatever it may be. Okay, we are having three loops: simple loop, while loop, for loop. Okay, what is the syntax of for loop? We should pass the key one index value. Okay, we should specify the lower bound and upper bound. Okay, it can be hard coded or it can be you can specify the value. Okay, it will take that one. Okay, loop if we, between end loop loop and end loop we can specify the statements whatever we are having. Okay, for simple loop we can specify we need to specify the exit condition. Okay, see yesterday I told exit when condition. Instead of if you want to exit means simply you can write the if block, one if block. Okay, if that specific condition is true then you can write the exit. Okay, then it will exit the loop. Okay, in that way also we can exit will be the keyword. Next, which programs we discussed yesterday? Palindrome, prime number or not, like that, right? Okay, now we'll discuss other topics. Cursors. What is the meaning of general cursor? English mean, if anybody knows can tell me. In mouse also one cursor, right? If you are using laptop or system means if you are rotating or if you are moving the mouse means your cursor will place, right? What does mean? That will be some memory area. Okay, then we can process something. If you are double clicking means it will open. Okay, what does means? What happened in that behind? For processing purpose it will allocate some memory. Okay, it's a in Oracle world, in database world, cursor means it's a private SQL memory area which used to process multiple records. Okay, normally mouse cursor means what? If you are doing if you are specifying that particular point, okay, on screen. Okay, what does mean? In this place, what if you want you can do any operations by using right click, you will get some option. Okay, how we are getting? So we are giving some space to the mouse pointer. Okay, you can do these transformations. General meaning same, right? Cursor means same way in database also we are having same. Cursor means it's a private SQL memory area to process the multiple records. We can say that is context area also. Okay, it will record by record, it will process each and. Okay, we are having two types of cursors. One is implicit cursor and explicit cursor. Okay, implicit means uh, if you are processing on single record, okay, then that statement we can say is implicit cursor. If you are doing any DML operation means it will happen each and every line, right? It means it is only one record will be there in the while processing the data. Okay, insertion will happen only one record, right, at a time. Maybe that if you want to insert multiple records, it will be again, it will loop inside, but that time it will be only one record will insert at a time. We cannot insert multiple at a time. Means complete file we cannot move in Oracle. We have to move record by record only. Okay, this all DML statements, either insert, update or delete, anything we can say implicit cursor. One more thing we are having select into class. This is also select what select into will do means we can select only one record. Did anybody tried multiple records to select? Yesterday what we did, day before yesterday, select into class we discussed, right? Select salary from employee where some EMP ID equal to 7699. Okay, let's see whether this one is there or not. 7699. Okay, we are having the data. Okay, EMP ID, EMP number, right? Column name. We don't have ready. Let's query the complete data. We'll check that one. Okay, 7839. 7839. Okay, if you want his salary into particular variable, as if we want complete data of the 7839 to display in the screen or to print in the file, what we can do, we can create the one file. Okay, we can create first under begin and end class. We can write the statement. We can declare the variable of record type. Okay, what we consider v underscore emp. Okay, emp percentage row type. Okay, and this select star from select star into we will write right into that record type is what v underscore emp. Okay, 7839. Now we are having value in vemp table. Now if you want you can display, or if you want print means we are having for printing other commands that we can discuss later. As of now we'll display in the display on the screen. Okay, what we need to write, dbms output dot put underscore line. Okay, here what we have to give, vemp dot, if you want to print emp number means we need to specify the column names. Okay, hello notes it. No. Okay, v underscore emp dot name means ename we need to specify, like that we need to specify the all the columns in the print line. Okay, so what it will return, we need to specify the set server out. Now we can be able to get the employee number and employee name. I want for all the employees. Can I do this one? Did anybody try that one? I am getting which error, exact fetch number more than requested number of rows. Actually we are getting how many number of records, 40 records we are fetching. Okay, we are fetching 14 records. Actually select into class will not support the multiple lines, only one line only we can able to fetch. Okay, into select star into from emp, we need to specify the where class, otherwise we cannot fetch, right? Where emp number equal to 7869. No data found error. What does mean? Anybody face this issue? If you are practice, definitely you should get some error. This type of errors. You are doing practice or not? If you are not practicing, it's waste here. Whatever I am telling is waste. Whatever you are spending time also waste. Everything will waste. If you have the data in the table, then it will fetch. Otherwise, if you are using select into class na, if you don't have the value for the particular id, you will get the no data found error. See, now go and check. See, now it is executing and it is displaying the records. Okay, it is not giving any error. Let's give, I will give some random number. Okay, actually this record is not there. If I am running this where class outside, it won't return any values, but it won't give any error. Okay, we are not getting, we are not fetching any records, but there is no error also. But in case of select into class, if you are giving some dummy values to fetch the records means, you can get the some error, no data found. This is very important. How we can handle that we'll discuss later. Okay, in the exception class, meantime just you can remember this error. What is no data found error? In database world, regularly in all the databases this error will get. But maybe this error number will get changed, 14 instead of 1403, 1403, it might be some other number, but error should be no data found error will be there in all the databases. Okay, so we should give exact number what is there in the table. That too, if you are selecting into one, if you are not selecting one record, we cannot use the select into class. Okay, this is the limitation of what select into class. You're getting or not? Why we will use the select into class? Actually, I am explaining what is the importance of memory area. Okay, select into class also one memory area. Here I am fetching the records into one variable called emp. Okay, this is also implicitly cursor. It is also allocating some memory here. Okay, you are getting. Please don't be calm. You should talk. I I won't get any interest if you are in calm. Let me explain. Okay, I am not getting any error. It is displayed. Okay, this topic you understood or not? If you want, you can update the records also here. Okay, DML statements. Already I am having the records in the EMP table. You can do one thing. You can update the records. Update the EMP table. Update EMP set salary equal to salary plus some thousand I can give, where MP number equal to, I will give some number. Okay, it will update. Okay, let's check what is the salary right now. We are having 5,000. Let will execute this one. What will get? Okay, it's executed. Let's see. So now it becomes 6,000. What does mean? So we are updated the record. We can update the records. We can delete the records. We can insert the records. Anything we can do in the begin and end, in between begin and end. Okay, this will allow. Means if you are doing the operations on single record or single sets, these things we can say all DML and select into class implicit cursor. Okay, next I want apply. I want to select all the complete data of the table. Can I do that one with the select into class? I cannot do that one. If you select multiple rows means it will give error. Okay, if you are not giving, let's assume where row number, I want 10 records, row num less than or equal to 10. Can I select this one? Let's see what will happen. It will give error. We cannot select. What is the error? ORA row number, row num, spelling is correct, right? See what error we are fetching. Exact return more than required number of rows, requested number of rows. What select will do, only select into class will do only for one record. But we are fetching more number of records. So system won't allow. Okay. This is actually, it is not displaying one, it is specifying as a error requested number of rows. Requested will be only one here. Okay, so we cannot select the multiple rows. If you want to select the rows, means we need to explicitly, we have to give the what, explicitly we have to define the memory. Okay, that is called explicit cursors. Okay, that for that we are having some cycle. I will tell you that we need to open that first. Okay, first we can define the cursor, that is keyword called cursor. Cursor cursor name. Okay, cursor name will be some emp details, right? Cursor emp as is the keyword. Now you can give the select. What are all the required for you? I need complete data. Okay, so here into class will not be there. Actually this is a private area, right? I am not giving separately here. Okay, simply I will fetch the 10 records. Okay, so I am fetching the 10 records into cursor. This memory will be used for process the data or for displaying or anything you can do with this one. So for that we need to define, we need to open the cursor, we need to loop that one. Actually here it is a table type, right? We are having more number of records, not the single record. So what we can do, open, this is keyword, this is process of the means life cycle of the cursor. Okay, we need to open that one. And one more statement is fetch cursor into. Okay, this is cursor, right? Our cursor. So fetch cursor into, we need to specify the record type. So already we have defined, right, record type. Instead of, okay, here this is, we need to specify on top of this one. Sorry. Okay, we are specified already emp type. This we can into this variable. Now what does mean? Actually cursor also what it will do, it is also will do record by record only, but it is having the, it can able to loop. So for that we need to use loop. Okay, end loop we need to specify. This is common syntax for this one. Okay, next we need to write the exit condition also, right? So exit when cursor not found. Okay, what is cursor? This is the cursor name. Okay, when percentage not found means all the records are completed, then it should exit. Okay, like that we need to define. Okay, now you want to fetch the data. Okay, how you can display dbms output dot put underscore line. Okay, now we can give the emp name dot e number. Okay, next you can display all the columns if you want. Okay, vemp dot e name. Okay, you will have a number of columns, whatever is there in the emp table, all the values you will get. Okay, emp dot salary can display all the things. Next, actually this should be inside this one. Loop by loop, record by record, we can fetch the data. Now it should be end, right? This is the life cycle of cursor. If you means if you want to fetch more number of records. Okay, if you want fetch more than one record, you need to specify the cursor, you need to select, you need to fetch the records into cursor, that you can use in the plsql block. Okay, let's see. Open cursor, fetch into this table, variable dbms output dot, I am displaying this one, cursor not found. Okay, select is this one, not as. Okay, definition is keyword. Okay, see, I am displaying first 10 rows of the table. Earlier with select into class, I cannot write that one. If I want like that means I need to write multiple statements with conditions. But now I can able to fetch the 10 records. If you want all the records also you can fetch. No matter. Okay, doesn't matter that one. So see, you can fetch all 14 rows. Now, how many records are there in the, how many records you displayed, you want to display? How we can do? Actually, that will be stored in one variable called cursor percentage row count. Okay, let's see that will also how we can do that one. That we can say cursor attributes. Okay, you want to display how many number of records displayed. Okay, number of records fetch is what? Cursor percentage row count. Actually, we are already closed the cursor, but we cannot fetch that one. So simply what we can do, SQL percentage row count. In that case, if you are using outside the cursor, you have to specify outside the cursor means SQL percentage row count. Inside the cursor means you have to specify the cursor. Okay. Now, as of now, I have not closed. I need to close the cursor. That is mandatory. Otherwise, it will give error. It won't give all the times error, but if you open another cursor means that time it will give the error. Okay, now as of now I am using single cursor, that's why it displayed everything, it not given any error. Okay, you cannot fetch, you cannot use this cursor outside. Let's see, first we'll use inside, after that we'll take outside. Okay, see, number of records fetch, how many records? 14. How I can how I can show that one? EMP cursor is having this number of rows. Okay, it fetch 14 records. That's why it is showing the number of records fetch is 14. Okay, if you fetch the same thing, already cursor is closed, I cannot query that one. Okay, invalid cursor like that. Yeah, invalid cursor because already I closed the cursor. I cannot fetch the row count. If you want, you can check the SQL. Percentage row count. If you did any DML operations, then it will show the SQL percentage. Percentage row count means last recent updates. If you done anything, you can get that one. Okay, update, you can do anything. Okay, even inside the loop or outside the cursor, if you done any DML statements, how many records you have done modification, how many records are you have inserted, that thing will be displayed here. Insert into table is what? EM. Okay, I will insert DEPT. Values will be, I don't have the records for 50, right? 50th department. 50, some accounting already there. I will give some IT. Okay, IT is not there in this one. Location will be Bangalore. See, I have inserted one record. I want to fetch how many records I have inserted. Like that, I am having n number of records. Okay, simply what you can do, SQL percentage row count, you can use the to fetch the number of records. See, you have records fetch. Okay, number of records inserted. This it will show here. Okay, this we can say only one variable we are having. It is implicit cursor attribute. Okay, this we can say cursor attributes is open. We are having few more attributes that we'll discuss. Cursor percentage not found. Cursor percentage is open. This thing and cursor percentage row count. This we can say cursor attributes. Cursor life cycle will be like this. We need to open the cursor. We need to fetch the cursor. We need to write the condition. End loop will be there and close the cursor. There are four steps are there. Open, fetch, close. This is the cursor life cycle. Okay, guys, you are there or not?
Okay, sir.
Okay, cursor means it's a private area, private storage area, which will store the data temporarily. Okay, here you can do the any operations on the complete data. We are having two types of cursors. One is implicit cursor and explicit cursor. Implicit cursor means single statement values, single recorded values like DML operations. Yes, select into class, we can say implicit cursor. For that, if you want to fetch how many number of rows you fetch, how many number of rows you updated, how many number of records you updated, that thing we can use by using SQL percentage row count. Okay, you can get the values of number of updates, number of inserts, that thing. Okay, by using explicit cursor, what you will do, if you want to fetch more number of records, okay, if you want fetch more than one row, then you can use the explicit cursor. For that, we need to define the cursor by using cursor name is the keyword again. Okay, we need to specify the select statement. For this one, you can, if the table is having more than 1,000 also, it will take. Even 1 million also it will take. Doesn't matter. But it will specify the, it will store in the temporary memory. Okay. To access that cursor data, we need to use multiple steps. Okay, we need to use these steps. We need to open the cursor, we need to fetch the data into some variable. Okay, actually cursor is record by record, we cannot fetch without loop. Okay, if you taken like this also, I think, it won't give, but it will give only one record. We are defining as we are defined only one row, right? Yeah, this is record type, right? Record type means what? One row only. Okay, so it is, let's highlight this one also. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, procedure is successfully, but it will fetch the only one record. Okay, only first record only it will get. If you loop, then only you can able to get the complete data. Okay, let's see. If you open, if you use the cursor inside the loop, then you can able to fetch the complete data in the cursor. Okay, number of rows, 14 rows. By using cursor percentage row count, we can fetch how much records we are uh, storing in the cursor, that we can using cursor percentage row count. This you are clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are all the steps to use the external cursor? This you should by head, means at least you should remember all the things. This is common. See, all the times your work will be, anyway, this is definition, syntax. Okay, this is, you can by heart. Cursor name is keyword will be there. Select statement. You need to build the select statement only. Rest of the steps will be all the times common. We need to open, we need to loop, we need to fetch, we need to write the exit condition, end loop, and we need to close the cursor. That's it. This is common. Only will change here. Okay, select statement you have to build. I want 10th department details. How I can fetch the cursor? By using cursor, how I can fetch? I don't want complete data. Okay, how I can write the query? I don't want complete details. I want only 10th department details. Simply you can apply the where condition here, right? Where DPT number equal to 10. So now you can fetch the 10th department details only. Let's see whether it is fetching or not. Okay, first you can clear and you can display here. Okay, so you are fetching only 10th record. Let's see, I will, you can print DPT number also. What is the column? DPT number, right? we can fetch the only 10th department details. How many records are there? Only three records we are having. Okay, three or four. You can see four records. Then why it is showing cursor person? Three after closing the cursor. Okay, you are getting or not? Guys, respond. I need sum of salary for 10th department. How I can write? How I can fetch that one? This is SQL again. What I'm asking? See, PLSQL, I'm not changing anything. Okay, this block I'm not changing anything. I need sum of salary for 10th department. How I can fetch? Can I create simply I can write the sum of salary, right? Sum of salary for department 10. It will also will give or sum of salary group by department number. Okay, I don't want all departments. I need only for 10th department. That's why I'm fetching only 10th records. I'm doing the sum. So for that I need what I have to do. I need to fetch the sum salary, right? So total salary like that I can define one variable. Okay, that would be number. Okay, what I will do, I will fetch the so same cursor, right? See, I will do this one, and I am having the sum of salary into cursor variable. So what I will do, I will use the total salary into variable. I will display this one. Here we are having only one record, right? So one column, only sum of salary, right? So simply what I will do, dmms output put underscore line of I can specify that salary. Okay. If you want some string means you can add that. Okay, in between single quotes with concatenation operator. Total salary for the department 10. Okay, for the department 10. Okay, I will get total salary. Exit when condition. Okay, let it be. You can run. Now you will get. Why you are getting error? Can anybody tell me what mistake I did? Output somewhere T missing. Okay, now you are getting. Okay, you are able to fetch the 10th department total salary. Why two times is coming? Can anybody guess? I am having single record, right? Sum of salary from 10th department. What it is returning? Only one record. But if I am executing this one, two statements I am getting. Okay, two times I am getting the line. Can anybody guess? Just this is general sense, common sense. That's it enough for this one. No need any oracle, any other things. We are before exiting. I am displaying, right? What it will do? First, it will come and it open the cursor and fetch the salary into total salary. Okay. First time I am displaying. Okay. How many records are there in the cursor now? Only one record, right? One record or not? For 10th department, how many records you will get? Only one record.
One record only.
Okay. So first time it will go and fetch the total salary into total sal value variable. Okay, it will print. Next, it will check one record is there in the table. Okay, still that's way it won't exit. Okay. Next, it will go and fetch once again. Once again value will be same, but already that line is completed, right? Already one time I have used. Loop means next time it won't fetch, already it is there. So whatever we are having previous value, that value come here, old value. Okay, but originally in loop in the cursor I don't have other record. That's way it won't, it will consider as there is no record in the cursor. Okay, so it will satisfy this condition, but before that itself I am printing the value. Actually this value is already printed before. Okay, if you want check, you can assign some value. Okay, total value equal to some total value plus some thousand. Okay, first time I will give 100, second time actually I won't get any record. Okay, here if you want you can fetch this one. Okay, this statement I will print here. Now how many records are there in the current record? Okay, current this one. Let's see how many records you will get. You will here and will execute so that you will know. Okay, now what happened? One record is there in the cursor. Okay, one already fetch into total salary that I displayed, and I shown as a row count is 1. This is one time. Next, okay, instead of row count I will use total salary. What is meaning? Total salary. Okay, I will alias this name. Okay, fetch. Okay, here we are having single value, that's why it is taking like that. Actually I need to mention like this. Okay, if I'm having in another way, I need to specify this one. Emp dot, I need to specify this one, right? Total salary. Okay, cursor name dot this total salary I will print instead of fetching this one. I need to give after fetch one. What happened? Output dot put underscore line number of records fetch emp dot. Okay, percentage. Actually once it's open, it will loop. Okay, it will go to next record. Once it's processed, it will go to end loop, it will take the next record in the cursor. Okay, that only will display here. Old value whatever is there, that will display once again. So now total value become, it is added extra 1000, right? Let's see this one. See, it is 1000 is added. It's a word value of this one. Actually there is no record in the cursor in second time. That's why it is exiting. This value is not displaying. If you want, you can display this message once again. You won't get that time. Okay, you will print only one time. This I can use second. Second time I'm printing. What happened? This value will be on there. Okay. See, first time it will print. Total salary is first time it is 9750. This time to second value is what? Second is a statement. Second time I'm printing. Okay, just ignore this whatever I'm writing in the inside the put line, but I am doing the calculation. So that value will become next 10,000 to 750. This time this statement again it is not printing, means it is not going to once again, because it is exiting before this statement itself, means it won't come to here, means there is no records in the cursor. Okay, after that you need to close this one. You are understood or not? This is explicit cursor, we can say. Do you have any doubts in the explicit cursor? Guys, this is basic. Why I am repeating once again means it is basic. You should be know everything. You should face all the errors in earlier itself. So going forward, you won't get any confusions on this one. First, what you are doing, first you have to define the cursor. Next, need to open the cursor, need to fetch the cursor into variable. Next, need to close the cursor. Okay, theoretically I can say cursor life cycle will be 4 steps. Need to declare, open the cursor, fetch the cursor, close the cursor. Okay, theoretically. But inside the statements, what we have to do, while defining, you have to specify the select statement, what are all the required things. This is SQL. Okay, next, for fetching the all the records, you need to open the loop. Okay, you need to fetch the records one by one. Okay, fetch what it will do, only it will do one by one only, it won't fetch complete thing. Okay, fetch statement. So next, inside, if you want, you can do DML operations. If you want, you can do display. Okay, whatever you want, you can do inside this loop. Okay, if you need to specify the exit condition for exit the loop. If you are not specifying, it will be continuously, it will repeat. Okay, we cannot stop that one, so we should give some exit condition. So once data your process is completed, you need to close the cursor. Okay, this is what explicit cursor. If have any doubts, we'll discuss. Otherwise, I will discuss one more topic.
Exit is mandatory, sir.
Yes, exit is mandatory. If you have only one record means it okay. It will display only one record and it will fetch. It will close. Otherwise, see what will happen if you are not specifying this one. If you keep inside the loop, okay. Let's see what will happen. Okay, continuously it will display. Okay, it won't get stopped. See, it actually, this meaning is it is not stopping. It went infinite loop. Buffer overflow limit 10,000 bytes, 1 million bytes means actually, in the tool it is defined as a 10,000 limit. Sorry, 1 lakh. Yeah, 1 crore records. After that, you should exit like that. In this tool, it's defined. Okay, see how many number of records you got. Means it's a infinite loop. If you open in SQL state, if you run same same code in SQL plus, actually there is no limit, tool limits and all. So infinite loop, it continuously it will fetch the records. Same value will come once again, again and again it will go and added that one. So we should specify the exit condition. We need to execute till that how many records are there in cursor. Okay, we need to specify that once the cursor is completed, we should exit. Okay, but it is not the mandatory syntactical wise, but runtime you will get the infinite loop if you are not specifying the exit condition inside the loops. Okay, if you are not specifying this loop means no matter. Okay, you are using or not, exit condition doesn't matter. Okay, it will fetch only one record. Instead of sum, you can say star, you can give. Even though you are having 1 million records also, it will fetch only one record. Okay,
Okay, sir.
it will fetch only one record, it will display. Okay, let it be this one. What mistake, emp only, right? Variables fetch into this one. Okay, and number do not displaying anywhere. Yeah, number two number, this is message only. And what is the compilation error? Line number 16. Select star from where department number equal to departmentals. I am selecting V cursor. Cursor is what? emp. Select fetch into variable. Okay. Okay, I should give inside the loop, otherwise it won't give. Okay. Error is what? If you are specifying the loop, then only it will take the exit condition, otherwise it won't take. That's what the problem earlier. Okay, only one record it will fetch. If you want fetch complete data of the cursor, you need to specify the loops. Okay, and also need to specify the exit condition. Got it right?
Okay, sir.
This is what cursor life cycle and how we can use explicit cursor. Okay, syntaxes will be there. Okay, four steps. You need to define the cursor, declaring the cursor, open the cursor, fetch the cursor, close the cursor. This end loop exit not the mandatory. If you want fetch more number of records, that time we should use loop and end loop along with the exit conditions. Rest of the statement should be mandatory for all the time in all the times. Okay. Now, if you are clear, I will tell one more topic. Already I have covered few things. Okay, cursor percentage not found and row count. Cursor attributes. Actually, we are having four cursor attributes. Oi. Yeah, we are having one is not found. See, for exit condition, we are having this one, right? Same condition I can write like this. Instead of not count, I will use cursor if condition I am writing here. Okay, if cursor percentage found, then I will take into variable. Okay, otherwise else exit. Okay, like that also I can do this one in this, right? This is also one attribute. We can also use like this also. Okay, let's see what will happen. Maybe some syntactical errors are there. Okay, it is executed. Okay, why? If percent is found, then I am displaying. Yeah, we are not displaying it. We are displaying. What happened? It should display cursor percentage found. This is one variable. Exit condition will be okay. I guess fetch after fetch. Yes. First, I need to fetch the cursor into variable. Then, if it is there, then we can display. Okay. Otherwise, I need to exit. Okay. How many records are there with the 10th department? Three records. Okay. Three records I will fetch and it will display. After that, I am exiting. Okay. You can use exit when condition. Oh, what I did? Disconnected. Okay. I will reconnect. Okay. Either we can specify the exit condition with using cursor not found, or we can use the positive condition with cursor percentage found. Okay, this is also one of the cursor attributes. Interviewer will ask on cursors mandatory questions. One thing, what is cursor life cycle? What are all the cursor attributes are there? Okay, one is cursor percentage found, one is cursor percentage not found, and cursor percentage row count. And one more thing is cursor is open, that we'll discuss in the exception block, exception things. Okay, that we can discuss later. If you want, while closing this one, let's this inside this cursor we are having n number of statements. Okay, if you want this cursor, close this cursor. So what you can write, Simply you can write if percentage is open. Okay, is open, then you can close the cursor, otherwise no issue. Okay, let's see. Okay, it will execute this one. What I did mistake. If percentage is open is same one. Okay, this is executed. Let's assume I have not opened anything. Okay, let's assume I don't have anything, but still I want to close. Okay, I don't think so this won't come, but if we are having many number of cursors, okay, huge code means normally for closing the cursor we will use the like this. Okay, we'll use this key attribute cursor percentage open is open, then only I will close. If you are not using this one, try to close. Okay, see what will happen. It will give error, invalid cursor. You are not open the cursor, but still you are closing the cursor, so you will get the error. So what, so if you want to get the means, if you want to run the program, your program without errors means this type of attributes will use normally. Okay, cursor percentage is open, then you can close the cursor. Okay? These are all the four cursor attributes. Cursor percentage found, cursor percentage not found. If you want to get the number, how many number of records in the into cursor, cursor percentage row count. If you want to close the cursor, uh, if you want to check whether it is open or not, okay, for that you have to use the cursor percentage is open. Okay, these are all four attributes we have to use. Okay, for this one I actually have not prepared the PPT. I forgot. Okay, but I have explained all the things. Anyway, we'll discuss tomorrow also for this one because it's mandatory. You should be aware of all the things. Okay. Next. Okay. Here, if you check, you can feel this four steps is why we need to write the four steps. Okay, like that we can think, right? Can do we have any other way? Yeah, we have another. See, here yesterday's class we saw, right, loops. We are having steps like loop statements, need to provide exit statements, and end loop. What we are doing here, same thing only, right? After fetching the after open the cursor, we are doing loop. After that, we are giving the exit. We are writing some statements. This is also our statements. Okay. After that, we are giving exit conditions. Okay, this is exit conditions I am giving. Okay, end if exit statement here I am using. After that I am doing the end loop. So we are doing cursor operations with simple loop. So what for loop will do, no need to write the exit conditions. Okay, no need to write the what we can say, that condition separately. Okay, everything will do in the, yeah, so no need to declare the variables also. So here also we are doing same, right? Fetch into this variable. Okay, that variable declaration should be mandatory for this one. Okay, for loop is we are declaring the variable. We are not declaring, right? Oracle itself declaring itself. Okay, so simply we can write this statement. Same way for cursors we can apply this one. Okay, next same printing statements we can do with the for loop. Okay, now I won't use any open close things. Simply I will use the cursor statements. If you are declaring anything, doesn't matter. Okay, declaration whatever it may be, doesn't matter. Still it will allow PLSQL procedure successfully executed. Okay, now I won't open the cursor, I won't close the cursor. That will be headache for me. I don't want to use those statements, bloody statements. Okay, simply, but I want to use the cursor details. Simply what you can do, for loop, for I in this loop. Okay, you can open this one. Okay, this statement we have to write. Okay, dot first to last. We have to specify simply. Yes, this will work. Sorry, last loop. This is the last. Okay, loop. This is the syntax of for loop, right? It's not. It should be some start and end, I guess. Okay, one second. Some keyword I'm missing. Simply, we can write this one. Okay, okay, it will take this one. Actually, SQL Server we need to specify the first and last keywords, but in Oracle simply we can say for I in cursor. This will work. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, procedure is successfully executed. Okay, see here what you can do. You can display. Okay, dbms output dot underscore line. How you can display? If you are having, this is index variable, right? What is that meaning? This is row type. Whatever we are having the cursor emp, all the values will be there in I now. Okay, if you want to display I dot emp number. Okay, what is the column for accessing emp number? Okay, simply you can do I dot emp number, I dot name. What is that e name? Okay, concatenation I dot salary. You can fetch all the records, whatever is there in the emp table, all the things we can fetch. Okay, here are we are using this one, even though you are not declaring the variable cursor, doesn't matter, but still you will get the result. Okay, I dot dbt number. This is very simple. That's why people will prefer for loop. Okay, we are not using the variables, we are not declaring. Simply directly I am writing the cursor and simply I am fetching the things. Okay, let's see. See, I am fetching the records. For all 14 records I am fetching. Okay, you are getting or not? Getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Simply inside the loop, I will take the values from cursor. Okay. Normally for loop, we need to write the lower bound and upper bound. But for cursor, not required. Even we are not using the exit conditions. Okay. How many records are there doesn't matter. Okay. Simply directly you can write the for in cursor. Inside the loops, you can write whatever you want. Okay. This is the cursor usage with for loop. Most of the cases, this only will use. Okay. If you have any doubts, we can discuss. Otherwise, we'll close the class today. Tomorrow, we'll discuss. Once again, I will discuss this cursor topic only. This is mandatory, very important, 100%. Your work will be on this one only. See, again, if you want, you can apply here. Employee details are there. Employee details I want in lowercase. What you have to do? Here inside the select statement only. Select lower of employee name from the table for which employee ID. That you can mention. See, completely work on the select statement. This will be syntactically, this is common for all the times. Just you can copy and paste, you can change the variable names and index variables. That's it. but your logic should be only in the select statement, not in here. Is there any code in this one? Nothing, right? Simply you are displaying, or if you want you can updating, or you can do insertion. Okay, I need employee details, I need to copy in some other table. How I can do? Anyway, you cannot create the table inside the PL block. First, you can create the whatever you columns you can mention, that you can mention, and you can create the table. Here you can write the table. Okay, you want copy of the EMP table, right? Simply what you can do, insert into that table, copy table into that values. You can specify the whatever columns you require, that you can specify here. It will take the records into EMP copy table. Okay, you can do whatever you want. That is syntactically same, but what are all the records you want? Okay, any transformations means that built-in functions application. Everything will done in the select statement only. Okay, I want group of salaries. Okay, group wise salaries, sum of salaries, maximum salaries. I want it to separate table. How you can do? You can create the table outside the PLSQL block. Okay, that you can execute first. After that, you can try to fetch the all the details in the select statement: max salary, employees minimum salaries, total salary, and department wise. Department wise means how we will get group by department number, everything into cursor. Now simply you can open the for loop. Okay, now we can do the insertion, insert into that details of EMP department wise into values. Whatever columns we are fetching here, same you can mention here as well. Okay, then it will take the copy of the whole information, group information. Simple, right? Nothing is there in the PL everything will be there in the simple select statement only. Can you try this one? You can create one table like outside the PLSQL block. Okay, I need sum of salary, maximum salary, minimum salary on department wide, and that should be whose department is having minimum salary 1,000. Okay, those details needs to insert into some other table. If you want, I will write and send you query my requirement. Okay, this task you can do. Okay, we'll write this one. Need sum of salary, comma, what I told, yeah, sum of salary, min of salary, next max of salary, how many members are there in each department. Okay, count of employees, I can say, on department along with the department details. Department details means the name, comma, that location, the location details into other table departmental wide. Okay, departmental wide. I need this query tomorrow. I need to. Okay, everybody should show this one. This thing. Data should be copied into other table. You can create the structure as dept detail. Okay, we are having table called dept. We are having you can create one more table dept underscore det. Okay, in that you can mention s underscore s sal, mx sal, mn sal. Okay, all three are numbers, and even count also. Okay, cnt, like that you can create one more table, one more column, that is number. Dname will be varchar2 of 100. Okay, location also varchar2 of 100. Like that you can create one table. These details you should insert into table. Okay, how you can do both SQL and PL/SQL. I need the queries tomorrow. I will check with everybody. PL/SQL class, this should show, and SQL class, this I told, right, order. Okay, I will copy this one and I will send you this one also. I need DDLs for that. DDLs and insertion. Okay, I will send the screenshot in WhatsApp. Okay. Otherwise, I will repeat tomorrow also same topics. You should be clear with these topics. If you are clear, 70% work will complete. Okay, I will send this screenshot in WhatsApp group. You can create the tables and insertion you should do. Okay, I will stop this recording.